the slow John Hughes Breakfast Club clapping. Yeah. Faster. Faster. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Chrissy Derbyshire.
Hi, my name's Chrissy. I'm the one your mother warned you about. Not because I'll break your heart, I'm just financially unstable and not very domestic. I don't hear many parents, do you, saying to their children, all I want for you, my son, the one thing I would choose for you, a boy, a little prince, before I die. It would be for you to get together with a stand-up comedian. And if I could build this woman from scratch, a fantasy, a pipe dream for you, my angel, my only son, I would want her to be a divorced single mother with moderate to severe mental health problems. Preferably depression and ADHD, so that on the rare occasions that she manages to get out of bed, it's to say, my God, what an interesting moth. Actually been being quite brave lately, trying some new things, some new material on stage and in life. On stage I've been trying to be funny, so I'll give that a go, and in life I've been working towards becoming a viable human being, and it's been a bit of an uphill struggle, not gonna lie, it has been an uphill struggle. Most struggles are uphill, aren't they, when you think about them? Never hear about struggles in other directions. Sisyphus chasing a boulder down a hill, like, shit, catch it. Yeah, it's not going brilliantly. To illustrate that, I recently put both of my hands in the bin in a public bathroom because I thought it was a Dyson Airblade, so that's where I am. Yeah, not really a functioning human being. Yeah, for a start, there's the ADHD, and I realised that I had it quite late in life, so I talk about it a lot. Yeah, far more than I should. I think I'm starting to get a bit boring about it. I think I'm getting a bit evangelical. Don't know what I'm hoping to achieve. Don't know what the neurodivergent agenda is. I'd have to ask autistic people about that. I have ADHD, I can't keep to an agenda. Yeah, so I have ADHD, I have poor impulse control, I have poor short-term memory, I'm clinically depressed, I have poor short-term memory, and I'm an introvert, and so I find sometimes as a stand-up comedian it's quite difficult for me to connect to an audience. I find it quite difficult to do that kind of crowd work thing that a lot of comedians do. Like, I don't really understand small talk for a start. I don't really understand how small talk works. I mean, I can try, like, go, hi, do you like weather? It doesn't work, does it? The other thing that comedians do sometimes is they'll roast the audience, won't they? They'll be a bit mean. I'm not very good at that. I'm not very good at that either. I'm not very good at being mean. Like, I mean, yeah, you're a white man. You've probably got quite good self-esteem. Do you mind if I roast you a little bit? Is that okay? Yeah. Or a band you like is probably derivative. Look at you with your face. There on the front of your head. What a cliche. The thing is though, if I'm my natural self, that's a lot more intense than a situation like this really calls for. Like, I mean, again, I could, hi, you're right. Yeah, not constantly plagued by the knowledge that we all eventually turn to dust. How do you feel about the crippling existential dread of being a vivid panoramic soul trapped inside a decaying meat prison, barreling towards death? Yeah, fair play. Yeah, no, see, no, that doesn't work either. Can't imagine why I'm still single when I begin interactions with phrases like decaying meat prison. I was asked out by a guy once, I was chatted up by a guy. Didn't really work out though, mainly because he used the unusual strategy of trying to ask me out by insisting increasingly angrily that I was some kind of Asian. I'm not. I'm actually half Eastern European, which means that I'm very expressive and I take up space. And I'm half British, which means I'm really sorry about it. means that more than 20 years after the fact, I still haven't quite forgiven myself for the time when I accidentally touched a guy's crotch in Covent Garden while doing what can only be described as too much gesturing. I was only 16, it was the first crotch I'd ever touched. Not the last. Nearly the last. I don't know, I'm sharing all this with you. I just feel like we've got a connection, you know. I just feel like, you know, it's not even awkward anymore. We've just connected, it's just flowing, we're just vibing. Do you want a date? Any of you? All of you? Yeah? Hi, Corey. Coffee, sex, cohabitation, marriage? Yeah? Cool. Yeah. We'll work out the details later. You've made me the happiest stand-up comedian alive. Thank you. So, actually, just because I don't have a long-term relationship, it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily a lonely person. I actually have two men in my life, even accepting Corey. I have two men in my life. One of them is one of those plush sharks from IKEA. You know, those oversized cuddly sharks. Named him after my favourite comedian. He's called Shark Watson. It's either that or Fish Kumar. And the other man in my life, of course, is my cat, Bernard. And I thought I was being quite funny, quite original, quite cute, giving him a just some guy kind of name. It turns out there's a bit of a trend these days for giving cats names that sound like they're just a bloke you met down the pub. Like, sometimes you'll go around a friend's house and you'll see, say, the most beautiful, purebred, clear blue-eyed ragdoll cat. It's gorgeous, it's sumptuous, it's got lush fur, it's all deep purrs. It looks like the kind of thing that someone might wear, you know, if they were awful. It's, you find yourself producing open tins of salmon that you didn't even have on your person to begin with. Your body's just producing them like a biological imperative thought on by how beautiful this cat is. And it's got a little glint of evil in its eye, but you know that you would die for it. You'd kill for it. And you say, my God, what a stunning cat. And your friend says, yeah, that's Ian. He's a shithead. Dogs, on the other hand, dogs are treated like gods in this country. And fair play, from a spelling perspective, it's not a big leap. And, you know, also fair play, dogs are really nice, aren't they? They're lovely, they're sweet, they're very simple creatures, but they're also very intelligent. Even as a cat person, I can understand why dogs are so loved in this country. But sometimes you'll go around a friend's house and you'll see their dog. Or at least you've been reliably informed that it's a dog. If you didn't know better, you might think it was a very old, dirty, threadbare hand puppet that's been turned inside out. Or an octopus that's been dropped on a sticky rug. Looks like it's been long dead, it's been buried, it's been dug up again, it smells like that too, but unaccountably it's still moving. It's either got no eyes at all or too many eyes, depending on the angle from which you look at it. You can't tell which bit of it is which. You think you see its tongue lolling about, but then it puts weight on it, that's its leg. And it looks it's like it's they say that pets come to resemble their owners. What do you know? I am good at roasting the audience. But you say, because you're British and you're polite, you say, oh, what a lovely dog. And your friend says, I know. This is Angel. He's a Shih Tzu pug Doberman cross. He's the most beautiful thing in my life. And at that point, you can kind of see where they're coming from, because you've seen photos of their baby. You've been absolutely brilliant. I've unfortunately been Chrissy, Derbyshire. Thank you, sorry, please ignore me. I wasn't here. You too.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep it going for Chrissy Derbyshire! Yes, we are on fire!